A lot of people ask me what happens if they don't consume enough micronutrients. So we're gonna chat a little bit about that. I'm gonna start with an analogy. So picture your car. If you have a car, you know that you should be staying up to date with maintenance.
Can you draw a picture?
Okay, I'm gonna draw a picture of this car for you. Let's see. I can't draw, so.
Yes.
Oh, this is a dope car. This is like a Tesla, bro. That's your car, okay? Now, you know when you own a car, you should be staying up to date on the maintenance. The problem is the maintenance is kind of a pain in the ass. Now, we need to look at maintenance as micronutrients. So if you think about maintenance on your car, you gotta change your oil, you gotta change the timing belt, you gotta change spark plugs with the tune-up, you gotta change your windshield wipers, you need to rotate the tires, you need to get new tires when the tread's low, right? Think of all those little maintenance pieces as your micronutrients, your vitamins and minerals. Now, if you don't do any maintenance on the car, can the car still run? Sure. For a while. The car will run just fine, probably for a pretty long time. The issue is the lack of maintenance slowly creeps up on the car, and eventually the car starts to run poorly. Eventually the car will not run at all. So that's where micronutrient inadequacies come in. So micronutrient deficiencies are the most dangerous. You have such a low level of micronutrients that you're actually at a much higher risk for death. Your risk of infection goes through the roof, your risk of severe illness goes through the roof, and actually death. Now, micronutrient inadequacy means you're getting just enough micronutrients to be over deficient levels, but you're still not getting nearly enough. This is what creeps up on you. This is called chronic micronutrient inadequacies. Chronic micronutrient inadequacies will sneak up on you over years and years and years. They will lead to a much higher risk for things like type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's, dementia, cancer, heart disease. They sneak up time over time over time. Now what happens is you end up being 60 years old and you're dealing with heart disease and your doctor's saying, I think you need to not eat red meat. Is it really the red meat that's doing it? No, because there's no scientific evidence that proves that whatsoever. Anyone who says there is actually lying to you. What's more likely? Is it that you're eating red meat or that you had 40 plus years of chronic micronutrient inadequacies? Your risk of everything has gone through the roof. So chronic micronutrient inadequacies are like having a car that you do zero maintenance on. Eventually, that car is going to stop working. That car is going to flat out die. This is how important micronutrients are. So when we choose our foods, the number one deciding factor we should be making is nutrient density. Now, if this sounds tricky, don't worry about it. I've done it for you. You've already signed up, you have your I Am Clovis custom nutrition plan, you have your custom macronutrients, and you have an approved foods list that is loaded with the most nutrient-dense foods on planet Earth.